Congratulations.
Yeah.
I really have to, finally, City Weekly feels the way I feel about you, and I hope everyone else does as well.
They were so kind, what a surprise.
Well deserved. Very well deserved. You're a mainstay. That's one of my favorite stories. Bobby and Edie.
Yeah.
Bobby and Edie,
So
great
cute.
memories.
So cute. All right, let's start with the view this morning. We had some cloud cover. The sun came up. It is Thanksgiving Monday. Is that a thing? I'm going to make that a thing.
Let's do it.
I feel like everyone's going into the holiday weekend. They're going, okay, I have this to do. I have this. So we're going to call it Thanksgiving Monday. Today, that's what it is. And as you can see, we had the cloud cover, some pretty colors coming up. Thank you, Jamie, for sharing this one. Coming from Ogden. Cedar City tonight, Steve sharing this one. Really great shot, clear skies in the southern portion of the state. And how about the fog we've been dealing with? Scott Taylor gets that fog layer and then takes us right into it. Okay, here we go. We saw fog over the weekend, inversion haze that was very, very noticeable. We were trapping cold air and pollutants on the valley floor. Love this video. Stay with it because there's the surface right at the bottom. Great shot. Okay, we took the shot of Alta today because I wanted to show you that inversion layer before the cold front promoted that mixing. You can kind of see that lid down over the Salt Lake Valley. We saw the inversion climbing between 5,500 and 5,900 feet, and then the winds came through. And those winds helping us out, the cold front passing with dry conditions, that northwest flow allowing for the mixing, and clean air is out there tonight. And we're going to hold on to that into tomorrow. Department of Air Quality calling for clean air along the Wasatch Front and throughout northern Utah. Utah County was a little stubborn. I could see them mixing into the moderate tomorrow. We also know the potential of Salt Lake could be there as well. We're going to watch it closely. Sunset from Manti. Love that one. Thank you, Brad. And how about another one from the south? Our Black Desert Sky Cam showing the sunset in Ivins. They hit the low 60s today. In Ivins, it's very close to where we should be. 60 is the average in St. George. We were just above it by 1 degree. 53 in Salt Lake for that high temperature. Compare that to Provo, where that inversion haze hung on a little longer and kept temperatures on the cooler side. 46 is our average high, so even with inversion haze, we soared above that, which is very on brand for our above average warmth for November that we've seen. Upper 40s in Logan, 50s on the eastern side of the state. So we get through the next several hours, mostly cloudy skies out there right now, but then we're going to start to see those clouds lessen a bit. So partly cloudy as we get through the early morning hours as temperatures will be dropping into the mid-30s, and then by sunrise, we're going to be freezing again, going 32 again. But high pressure setting up behind this passing front, and that's going to allow for our temperatures to climb above average. That includes for Turkey Day. Our temperature trend shows a peak there. We're talking about above average warmth for the holiday before a decent dip there rolling into the weekend. Southern Utah follows the same pattern, staying above average and then sliding as we roll into Saturday. There's a reason why. I'm going to show you what that is. Futurecast is quiet. Are you driving somewhere? Maybe you're flying somewhere. Great travel conditions in Utah. We just get a few clouds rolling through for the midweek, and then on Thanksgiving, you'll see a few clouds in northern Utah sneaking underneath that ridge of high pressure. Changes are brewing, though, and our upper level Futurecast shows us a choose your own adventure type of forecast. We've got this area of low pressure that sent the cold front our way. That's tracking to the east, moving out of here. You're going to see this high pressure build through the desert southwest, acting as a storm block, bringing above average warmth for your Thanksgiving throughout the Beehive State. Now, because this acts as a storm block, you see this low? Well, it's going to go around that ridge, but the ridge does break down, and here comes this area of low pressure. Two things can happen here. This storm could split. We have seen that happen several times. Our last few storms have split, meaning that southern Utah gets favored when it comes to the moisture, and we don't see a lot up north. Or this storm system could remain an open wave. If it does, we've got colder air moving in and a wintry mix. We could be talking valley snow by Sunday, but because the weather models don't agree, I'm not going to tell you it's going to snow, and I hope nobody else does either, because until it's very clear, we want to forewarn you when it's actually going to happen. The potential is there. It's one of the options. Either way, we will get colder temperatures, whatever that storm does, split or not. Behind it, another area of low pressure keeping us unsettled with that colder air in place. We roll into Monday, which is the beginning of December, and it's going to be chilly, and it's going to maybe feel a little festive. Okay, we'll go with it. Come sit at our table for Thanksgiving. We're offering Partly cloudy skies and 50s and 60s throughout the state. That slight chance of moisture has decreased. It's gone away. We're now focusing on the weekend. Regional forecast with the 40s out there for tomorrow. That cold front drops our numbers close to average. 50s on the eastern side of the state, 60 in St. George, which is right on the money for seasonal norms. 60s for the next several days in southern Utah. Thanksgiving looks lovely, but then we start to see those temperatures drop over the weekend and the potential for wet weather on Sunday. Here's the Wasatch Front. Here we go. 40s, then 50s. Here comes that high pressure as we make it through your Thanksgiving week. Could go mid-50s on Thanksgiving. Easing on Friday as more cloud cover comes in, but we're still above average. And then look at how those temperatures tumble with the potential of wet weather. We could see a wintry storm rolling in and changing the game, which we would welcome for the mountains, and we could get some wet weather for the valleys, maybe even snow, but we'll see what happens. Sports is coming up next.